Hello again. Tomorrow, Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana will deliver his inaugural budget speech. That's, in fact, tomorrow afternoon. While the speech will aim to try and balance competing national spending priorities, it comes at a time of severe economic difficulty for the majority of its citizens. Rising unemployment and the increasing cost of living means less disposable income for households, and millions of South Africans battle to make ends meet every single day. eNCA reporter Lindokuhle Xulu has been speaking to South Africans on the ground to find out their challenges and what they wish the minister will address tomorrow. Lindokuhle, good afternoon. Joining us now live. You've been up and about and visiting businesses in areas like Soweto. What did you find out? What are people expecting from the budget speech tomorrow?
Well, Praten, yes, we are around Soweto. In fact, we are at Vilakazi Street right now. And businesses are essentially expecting the government to put their money where their mouth is. And their mouth, of course, being the State of the Nation address last week by President Cyril Ramaphosa. And one of the things he's admitted to is that the private sector is leading in terms of creating jobs and employment in the country. Now, these businesses that are at the forefront of that, such as the Sakumzi business that we've been able to speak to earlier on, are saying that they're expecting that the budget speech will then give them a glimpse into what is it exactly that government is looking to do to create that conducive environment for businesses to thrive. So they are expecting that the allocation of the budget in terms of helping businesses, helping restaurants, helping the beverage industry will be telling in terms of what is it that government is essentially will be trying to do. In fact, I can just give you a sense of what Sakumzi restaurant, the business, did tell us earlier on, was that they are actually operating on half the staff they used to have before COVID-19. So because of the impact of COVID-19, the 150 or so employees that they used to have, they're saying that they are now operating on only half of that. And they're saying that what they are expecting is that as things get better as far as COVID-19 is concerned, with vaccinations, with the government opening up for the economy, they are also expecting to hear how exactly government will be able to help them. They've also had some suggestions around tax, as well as, in fact, making sure that there is a consistent supply of electricity and power, some of those suggestions that we got earlier on. But let's take a listen just in terms of what Sakumzi restaurant, one of the businesses here in Soweto, is expecting to hear around some of the monies that will be allocated, particularly to help businesses thrive in this recovering economy.
We are hoping that the Finance Minister, Mr. Enoch Godongwana, will, tackle a lot of the issues that are affecting small business like ourselves, particularly around the issue of, tax breaks, also looking at the cost of doing business, and also looking at the consistent supply of electricity, which that, is a problem for a lot of businesses, because once we are out of electricity, a lot of, business get affected. So we are looking, these are just few of the many issues in which we are hoping that the Finance Minister will tackle as he prepares for his speech tomorrow.
So the restaurant industry, Lindo, has not really received stimulus packages, or some direct relief. Is this something that they are hoping will be there in the budget tomorrow?
Well, they are hoping indeed, Praten, that they'll be getting something from government, because you'd remember that the restaurant industry, the beverages industry, that is the alcohol industry, have been severely impacted by this. In fact, Sakumzi restaurant also even took it further to say that even the tourism economy is something that feeds to them directly. So those are some of the things that directly affected them, and obviously opened up a bit later than other industries when it came to the economic opening of things. But what they are saying is that they are looking forward to hear whether this particular budget speech will speak anything into, in fact, stimulus packages that they've seen other industries receive. I mean, we've seen even the Transport Minister, Fikile Mbalula, just going around and even going into taxi industry to tell them about what is it exactly that is expected of them to actually get the stimulus packages that government earmarked for them. But the restaurant industry is one that has not been helped in terms of that. They are saying that they are expecting expecting to hear exactly if this time around, while the economy opens up, whether they'll be given some form of support in a form of a direct stimulus package to actually try and recover some of these industries. But let's take again a listen to some of those that are working in this particular industry, just to get a sense of what they're expecting as far as direct stimulus packages are concerned for this restaurant industry.
We are hoping that the finance minister will table a growth-led and strategic, budget speech that will, come with stimulus packages to drive growth for small business, particularly in the restaurant industry and the beverage industry, because they too have been hampered due to lockdowns on their side, sales being down. And we are hoping that when the speech is delivered tomorrow, there will be measures in place, particularly also the issue of provisional tax and VAT registration, if they can look at those thresholds. Because, again, running a business requires a lot of admin. If they can give us a break on those two things, we can then be able to focus on running the business as we should.
Thank you very much. They're from Lindokuhle Xulu in Soweto, just talking to some people on the ground ahead of tomorrow's national budget speech in Parliament.